Yeah, sure. ENTJs lead with extroverted thinking and have an auxiliary of introverted intuition. They have a temptation of going into their third function of extroverted sensing, which looks like getting into the moment and just showing up and becoming embodied. That can be I call it the pacifier. It can be a temptation rather than going into introverted intuition, recoiling from the outer world and actually looking at the future that you want, planning ahead, and then going into the present and executing based off of your plan is going to be a much more efficient way for the NTJ to create the future that they want and to create the systems that they want to establish the management of the resources and time and money that they want, versus just jumping into action. ENTJs love to jump into action, and this is a fatal flaw that they're skipping out on their superpower of introverted intuition. It takes time. It takes a recoiling into your inner world to see the visions, and the ENTJ can just get so stuck in the outer world, because extroverted thinking in a dominant function just loves to get stuff done. It wants to get stuff done because that's what's rewarding. To establish step-by-step processes and systems to create movement forward is what the ENTJ wants, and extroverted sensing in that third function is so tempting because it's right there in the outer world, embodiment and sensation. And so you can find people ENTJs overindulging in food or underindulging in food, drugs and alcohol, sexuality, certain sports where they push their body too much, certain things like this. Or I know some ENTJs who get into woodworking who go too fast and they cut wrong. They don't measure appropriately. They skip over the importance of seeing the future, of making sure they're meeting the needs of their project before jumping in. So they can become huge powerhouses for managing systems, managing companies, managing resources for a group of people, for a family, whatever it might be. The ENTJs love to create something and then step away. They don't necessarily need to indulge in it. They can be a little cold because they undervalue introverted feeling. They undervalue the individual. They like the system. They like the individuals that make up the system. But if you don't create the systems, if you're not properly adhering to what's needed in the system as an individual, you might be replaced by an extroverted thinker who thinks of you more like a cog until they develop their fourth function, introverted feeling, more. Hopefully this is helpful.